didn't fucking know what I was doing. And I was so scared to go out of my room. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I need to do more. I feel like I gotta move out. I have no job, no house. That you did your best. You learned so much. Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the lonely 20-something kids. Oh well, I am the lonely 20-something kids. I'm 23. I feel like a kid. Maybe I am a kid. You know, our 20s, the start of our journey was spectacular. Why? Well, you know how it went, March 2020. We were full of hopes and dreams, and something about this virus crushed us. Or did that rescue us? I don't really know, but I am here. I survived. I'm fine. I'm healthy. But you know, there's something inside me and no one really talks about it. We heard like how the economy goes, how the loneliness, the Zoom calls, the everything else, but now we're back in normal life post-pandemic. I still feel like I never really been validated as in my experience, right? You know, fresh out of high school, I moved to New Zealand. I attended school for a year. I moved to Poland, I attended school here. All while this virus was dominating our culture and society. And then the vaccine came out. My family begged me to come back home. You know, I didn't want to, but I didn't really have a reason to not to go. I came back. And the post-pandemic freedom started. What did I do? I started earning money. Why? I didn't have finished a first semester in every school. You're right. I attended several colleges. 3 different countries. 5 different majors. I didn't fucking know what I was doing. I was good at it. Right? Top of the class. Never failed to pass the test. And I thought if I succeed to pass the test, my life will never fail. That's all I knew. All I knew was how to pass the test, how to pass this next exam. And behold the real life. There's no exam, there's no test. There's only taxes and electric bills. And we had no friends. Oh, well, I didn't have friends. I moved every other year. No, more like every year. I back to my hometown. I felt depressed. I worked my bone out and I gave the money away. To go shopping. To someone says, you gotta save me. I thought they were gonna save me. Every time I meet a new guy, I thought we will build a life together, and I was 20. Well, story of our life, right? And we were told to everyone is scared. Everyone's life is hard. Don't, cry like baby. Toughen up. Be an adult. You're an adult. Yeah, we're not underage anymore. But we never learned how to regulate. And when we open TikTok, everyone is talking about antidepressant. Everyone has anxiety attack. Oh hell, I had a panic attack. I almost got hospitalized. I ran away because I couldn't afford to be hospitalized. My family didn't have any money. I had to earn my money to get hospitalized. I didn't have that money. I ran away. I just didn't take medicines, pills anymore. And when I woke up, there was an emergency room. Every once in a while. Oh well. Who should I call? My mom? No. My dad? My brother. I did call brother once. All I'm saying is I am 23, but I feel like a 32. I feel like I messed my life up for like 30 years. I don't know what to do. Everyone's saying take a big risk. Move to another country, move to another city. Well, I tried that and I came back. You know why? Because I was so insecure. I was caring about other people so much. I came back to New Zealand after I saved up my money. I came back to New Zealand to find my true passion once again, to find my freedom once again, to feel the nature and be in the sunlight. And I moved to the coast town that I can walk to the beach. It was beautiful. My host in Airbnb was amazing. What did I do? I booked for 7 days. And first day I was tired, so I fell asleep. Second day, I gotta find my life back, right? I need the phone number, I need to reactivate my bank, yada. So I walked to a town. I got the SIM, I tried to do that, and I walked back to my Airbnb, and I crossed a street, and there's a white van. And inside of that van, whatever, a girl screaming at me, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" It was really small street and no one was speeding, and I didn't running around to cross the... No, there was no, trapping lights. We have to kind of look around and see if car is coming, and no one was really coming, so I crossed and she was yelling, "What the fuck you think you're doing?" I didn't have to wait for you. I don't know. It was crosswalk. I thought I could cross that, and her car was moving. I know, maybe I did something wrong, but I didn't know. Mainly because I was blasting music in my ears, and I followed the guy who was crossing in front of me. I checked the street. No one was really speeding at me. I checked twice, and I crossed, and I got yelled at, and I was like, fuck. And then I walked to the Airbnb, and got me thinking. I was terrified. I was planning to go to the bank at the morning, but I was scared if I walk around town. It seems like I am the only Asian girl in that town, and there were so many white vans. And what if she sees me again and follow me and harass me again? I was so terrified. I didn't want to get punched in my face. I felt like I did something wrong. Maybe I did something wrong, but I didn't yell at her again. I just let her yell at me again. And then after I had to cross the street, trauma response. I couldn't cross the street. I barely got back to Airbnb. I didn't even go to the bank. I felt so small. And that was my second day. I have 5 days left. There was 3 sunny days. My host, the lovely old man, keep telling me, "You gotta make the most out of it today. Today's the sunny day. Today's the beautiful day. You gotta go out and, soak the sun up." I know. I didn't do it. What did I do? I couldn't even go out to the kitchen and get my lunch because I was so afraid. I was so scared of got yelled at. I felt like if I stay here another year, I'll get constantly get yelled, and I freaked out. Last 5 days of that in that Airbnb, I was planning to go back to my college town and meet my friends, go to the road trip. I go to his graduation party. I was planning to do all that. We were going to see the New Year's fireworks, and my life is gonna be great. But one accident, it was not even an accident, maybe she didn't even remembers me at all after like couple hours, and I was so scared to go out of my room. I couldn't even go to the bathroom. What the fuck? I didn't even let me go to pee because I couldn't get out of my room. What did I do? I was crying. I was watching meaningless YouTube and TikTok. I was crying my eyes out like I couldn't stand here. I don't know if this choice is good for me. And finally, I gave up. I booked a plane a couple days before. I intend to go to the road trip with my college friend. I was gonna see my friends in 5 years. First friend I made as an adult. And I didn't tell them how I felt. I didn't tell them that I felt lonely, I feel scared. I couldn't tell them because I knew I'll disappoint them. I was just crying big time. I booked the plane. I packed it up, all my things. I had to go back to my country, I had nowhere to go. And you know what? Before I moved to New Zealand, I sold everything. I sold my bed, couch, everything I had up until that point. I couldn't go to my family's house. They don't even know I'm alive. Maybe I could, but I didn't have bold to ask them. So I got into the plane. I was crying the whole time. I get to the Australia Melbourne airport to switch up my plane. I was crying. I was eating potato chips. I was crying. I was in the plane. I was crying. Somehow I got back to my country, right? And I had to take the bus to go somewhere, maybe stay in a hotel for a couple hours, couple days to get my new apartment, to sign a lease. And if I go to I sold everything. I was working for the very day I moved back to New Zealand. It was not like permanent thing, but it was working holiday. I saved all my money for it. I sold my whole furniture, clothes, everything except one suitcase worth of my belonging. I burned all the bridges. I quit my job. I have no job, no house, couple $1,000 in my bank account. Holy shit. What did I do? I drink. I go to the restaurant. I order I don't know. I ordered some dish and I drank alone. It was like 7 a.m. in the airport. Everyone is busy, everyone is excited, everyone's hugging their family. Like there's Chinese people, there's English people in my side. I didn't care. I didn't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I drank. I took shots at like 7 a.m. after like 18 hours of flight. And I got drunk. I don't know what to do. I gotta take the bus. Where do I even want to go? I don't have anything. I can go anywhere, but at the same time, I don't want to go anywhere. I literally want to throw myself in from the bus. It was freezing cold, and I sold all of my winter coat because it was heavy to carry on my luggage, and New Zealand is not really freezing cold. What do I fucking do? You know what did I do? I came back to my hometown, the town that I was bitching about for the last 4 years. I just signed the list that I saw first. The fastest home I can get to this is that home. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to work with people because I am so traumatized. I don't want to go out. I want to work from home. Should I tutor? I don't know. But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get a dog. I didn't want to leave. I didn't even, supporting myself. And I wanted to get a dog. And I was telling people for years that I wanted to get a dog. And they all said, if you can take care of yourself first, then you can get a dog. Don't think about it. And I was like, fuck. I don't have anyone to tell me not to do it. I'm gonna get it. So, I got a dog. Now, I am... oh my gosh. I didn't even unpack my luggage. I didn't have the dog bed. I didn't have the blanket for her. I got a dog because I wanted to get a dog, and I thought she would keep me alive rather than I keeping her alive. It was irresponsible, but I did it. And my money was running out. I didn't know what to do. I tried to do a tutoring. I didn't want to do it. I tried to do some design work. If I didn't even know if I would get passed to get paid. But if I did, I would have to live another 2 months without any income. I went to interview for work in a kitchen, in restaurant. I didn't get the reply, and I got the job, but I didn't want to work at that. You know what I did? I started to camming. I figured it out, right? Didn't feel like I figured it out, but I earned some money in my home like I wanted. I made a living. I bought my dog food. The honest thing, I took her to the vet. I got her vaccinated because that's what you need to do. I figured out. Now, I know everyone's life is different, and especially the 20-something lonely kids like us. I think it is same to everybody how we feel. We don't know what we are doing. We are getting to this shitty relationship after shitty relationships. It doesn't matter how much money we made. It doesn't matter how much budgeting we do. We don't seem to get better. I'm spiraling at this point. I'm making money. I'm paying my taxes. I'm paying my electric bills. Like, I'm grateful, right? I am still alive. I'm keeping my dog alive. Fuck, she is keeping me alive. It's the drop of happiness that I get every day. I am so grateful, but at the same time, I'm overwhelmed. What if I woke up one day and she's dropped dead, and I don't know why, and I had to bury her in my backyard? I don't know. What if? The fuck? I remember when I first left this country. I didn't like the culture. I wanted to see the bigger world. I was so positive. I was so confident. I got the money. I was ready to go and I went. And in 1 week, just because some girl honked at me, I scared. I froze. I ran. And I'm back. I'm starting all over again. And I got a dog. I have a dog now. I cannot really leave. I cannot die. And I am so confused. I'm really confused. I'm not drinking. I'm not meeting anyone mainly because one thing I learned with those old chaotic situations, drinking and meeting meaningless people only brings more traumatic environment. During that time, somehow, out of desperation, I'm looking into spirituality, mindset, whatever, blah, yada, 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 yada. And the help of YouTube algorithm, I find lots of people's lecture, podcasts, I'm kind of centered. I realized some of my traumatic years I'm taking care of in my inner child, and I still don't have any job because I quit camming because I knew that is not really what I wanted to do, but that's what I needed to do at the time. And now I'm confused. I am centered. I am grateful for me to come back and live life without any direction. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I'm alive right now because I didn't even think I would be alive at this moment. But I am alive now, so that's one thing past. Now I gotta really live, right? I'm doing the best I can, and there's pit in my stomach. You know what it's telling you? You don't want to live in this country. And I knew it. I always felt like that since high school. That's why I moved out. Now I'm scared. Not scared of all the people that will honk at me, but I am scared of me being scared and running away once again. Like I said, today we are talking about the lonely 20-something kids. I'm not giving you the solution, obviously, because I don't fucking know. Then why am I making this video? Because I wanted to let you know. Maybe I am better situation than you or worse situation than you in your opinion. But I just wanted to share my feeling, this hope that I want to have the life, not the living, not the dying. I watch a lot of self-improvement, manifesting, spirituality, awakening documentary. They say, if you're surviving, that's not living, that's dying, right? Pop Roach says most of the people tiptoeing their life, hoping they will safely get to the best. I don't want to do it. I want to live my full life. I already got into so much shitty situations. I don't want to do it again, but at the same time, I'm grateful that I got this awareness that I know if I get to in some shitty situation, maybe that's not because of me. And I got these tools that I can regulate myself. I'm not panicking. I don't even take medication right now. I'm fine. I got better in my heart. And I am so grateful that I took the time to study my heart, like soul, whatever, and I know how to center myself without any medication. I don't drink anymore. I am so much better human being, but I don't meet any people. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I talked to one person in my life. He's not mom, it's not brothers, it's not dad. You know who's the one person I talk to? He's my second ex-boyfriend, like 2 years ago. Do we hook up? Occasionally. Not recently. I talk to him because I feel comfortable. I know what you're thinking. And I'm not proud of it, but I'm sharing it because, shit happens and you gotta survive. You don't have to beat yourself up that much. Talking to my ex, it's not illegal, it's not harming anyone. We go to play dates, like dog play dates. He has a dog. His dog was my first dog that I raised and sparked my life to get my dog. And he's supportive. He doesn't drink. He just play video games all day usually. Do you think he's helping me? No. I mean, he helped sometimes. He gave me some food when I didn't have any money, because mainly he feels sorry for me and he doesn't have any expectation. I know stick around with him is not really gonna improve myself, but I also know that me and him knows each other so well, we don't bother each other. And I feel like that's the last connection that I have on this earth. And I just wanted to be honest with you today. My life is chaotic. Or at the same time, it's so fucking boring. I don't party. I don't have any friends. I don't have coworkers because I work from home. Because I choose to be home. Because I don't believe that I can be sane outside. I am scared of what people will say. Even though I say in my every video, what other people think of you is none of your business. That's their business. I know it, but I'm gonna be honest, I am still scared. I'm scared. I watched a Mel Robinson's podcast just before I filmed this video. 13 lessons for people in their 20s, something like that. The last one was take big risk. If you don't know what big risk is, go live in somewhere you never lived in before. And I felt like I'm failure because I tried, and that scared the fuck out of me, and I came back to where I started, where I went to elementary, middle school, high school. And I always said, I fucking hate this town, I hate this country, I hate people, yada. But you know what? I'm here. I'm the same people as I talk shit about. Today I wanted to be really, really vulnerable because I had something inside of my chest. I wanted to vent out, to be honest with you. And I want you to feel the same way. Maybe your life is going great. Maybe your life is not, but I'm gonna bet that most of your life is not going great. I knew many people in their 30, 40, 50. You know what? They feel the same. They feel the same. I don't think that's bring me any hope, right? But bring me comfort. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I need to do more. I feel like I gotta move out. And I'm afraid that I might fail again. But at the same time, I feel guilty to my heart. Because my heart knows this is what I want to live for. This is what I signed up for. And this is not what I dreamed of, planned of, waited for at all. It's not. And my heart knows that I gotta take action, but I just cannot get it out. I feel like even when I moved back to my hometown, I moved every 6 months, even every 3 months. I move all the time because every time I move to somewhere, I feel like I cannot stick to the plan. I feel like it's not how I want it. So now I feel like when I want to feel the change, when I want to do something to change my life, better or worse, I feel like there's someone telling me that you cannot really hold on to anything, you know? You cannot even live in your hometown for 3 months. And I'm lost. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's my heart saying. I don't know if that's my brain saying. I know what I want, but I just don't know if I can take it, right? So I'm just suggesting you. I'm confused. You're confused. I'm scared. You're scared. I'm traumatized. You're traumatized. But you know what? For me, at least I learned. I don't know if I will be dropped dead tomorrow or if I will live till 100. Someone said that interviewed 70 years old billionaire, and he said, nothing bad happens for you. The word forgives, the word forgets. That's right. The word forgives, the word forgets. Nothing bad happens to you. Every time I turn on the camera, 90% of the time is to talk to myself. Is to remind myself. When I turn on the camera, I can feel my heart is speaking to me. And I know this talking that I have, this conversation that I have with my heart will help at least one person. Like I said in the previous video, my goal, my mission for doing all these shows by myself in my bedroom that I don't really like, but I try to love, is if I can make a person live another day, better or worse, hopefully better, then that's gonna make me live another day. Now, yeah, you talked about your shitty situations, you talked about your fears and everything. What's the lesson? Well, you know, what did I even watch this whole thing till this time? If you watched this till this time, I am so grateful for you. I just wanted to tell you, maybe our circumstance is not the same, most likely not the same at all. But I just wanted to tell you that I am confused too. I am frustrated too. I am scared as fuck. But we are surviving. And if you look into some experience you had, maybe the shittiest experience you had, you participated, you dug your grave for yourself. Just really look into it. You will realize you learned something. And I hope one day I will turn my camera on and I will proudly say to you that I did something big. Not about building a big investments or big businesses that I made. I wanted to talk to you about my big risk that I took and how exciting it is. That's my goal. And I am here because I wanted to be vulnerable. And sometimes looking at someone vulnerable makes you feel better. I'm not inviting you to the pity party. I'm inviting you to, even though we feel this way, we gotta celebrate that we survived. We gotta acknowledge that we learned something. Obviously you learned something. And we gotta validate ourselves. Sometimes it can be tough, We gotta stop beating ourselves up. Everyone knows we went through a tough time. It doesn't matter if no one knows. But you knows you went through a tough time. No one knows what you've been through. No one truly 100% knows what you've been through. And I wanted to share because when I acknowledged how painful I felt at the time, how much I learned, or how much I changed, I felt better about myself. I'm not telling you to rationalize everything, but if you're gonna rationalize yourself with lies, instead of telling lies that will discourage you, what if we talking positive lies to ourselves? No one will know. No one knows we are lying to ourselves because no one can hear us. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna rationalize one thing about myself here. I know I freaked out and I ran back to my hometown and I got a dog out of desperation. And I know I did some jobs that I don't feel like really aligned with myself, but I'm gonna be here rationalizing to myself that you did your best. You learned so much and you took the time from overwhelming. You are taking a breath. You are not wasting your time. You are learning about yourself. And you know what? Every this time you feel like shitty will come back to you in the future, and it's gonna be energetic. It's gonna be beneficial for your future. So stop beat yourself up, toughen up, be soft for yourself for a second, and keep dreaming. Don't matter what you did, what in the past, everything is gonna be the stepping stone for your future. No past will block you from doing anything, and most likely it's gonna help you. I'm telling myself that, and if you resonate with that, you gotta start saying same thing to yourself. That's all I wanted to say today. I'm telling every 20-something lonely kids just like me, I don't know what you are doing, I don't know where you are, but I just wanted to tell you every bit of this will be beneficial for your future, either you know it or not. And every shitty situation you got yourself into, you learned something from it, whether you know it or not. So let's stop beating ourselves up. Take a second to take a break. Hug ourselves. Let's do it, right? Who's gonna stop us? Who's gonna stop you? Unless you're doing something illegal, then policemen will stop you. Let's really do it, right? As long as we don't hurt any other people, we have no limitation. And only thing limitates us is us. But you still gotta remember, not everything is your fault. Sometimes it is what it is, and you're gonna still learn. At the end of the day, you're gonna go back to the earth, and the world will forget, the world will forgive. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, friends, for living this day. Thank you for choosing to click. If you want to see me grow, if you want to see me overcome this fear, don't forget to subscribe. That's gonna really help me. That's gonna make me grow faster. It's like you watering your plant. Don't be scared to comment. No one cares. I care, but I'm not gonna be dwell upon it. If you have any other lonely 20 kids, that's your friend, that's your son, daughter, whatever, share this. They don't need to be feel alone. If you don't want to do anything else, just click the thumbs up. That's gonna really help me to live another day so you can live another day and we can live until we die naturally. That's my goal. I wanna die naturally. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we are gonna see you in a couple days. Bye.